Hello, Karina. My name is Greg, and we connected via the Assisted Living Facebook group. And I said that I would do a quick video for you, showing you what you might be able to do to get more traffic to your website to fill up those beds that you have in your assisted living facilities. So the reason I do this work is because I realize that many business owners are busy with the business of running their businesses and don't necessarily have a lot of time to think about growth or marketing. And on top of that, it's really hard often to find experts or people you can trust to do this work for you. So my goal here is to share with you some very actionable information that you could start using tomorrow to grow your internet presence, to get more residents, in the hopes that I build trust with you. And then if you're thinking down the track that you need help implementing some of these suggestions, that you might think of me, and I would be able to continue to help you out. Let me give you a little bit of an overview about what I'm going to share with you today in this video. So really for me, it's all about beating your competition to the top of Google. If you're not at the top of Google in the first 3 results, or in what we call the Google Map Pack, then you're missing out on 90% of all the potential traffic to your website. There is an opportunity to win 2 spots on the first page of Google, one being in the Map Pack, here, the first 3 results that anyone ever sees when they do a Google search, and then the organic search results that are just slightly below that. The opportunity is to win a place in both, and if you do, you have a double whammy of goodness in terms of traffic volume to your site. So I will talk about 3 things here. The first one, content, the words and images, quality and quantity contained within your website. The second being backlinks. So Google is a popularity contest to a certain extent. And the more sites that link back to your website, the more trust this drives to your site. As long as Google also trusts those sites, that trust and site power flows by association. The third thing is backlinks, citations. The number of times that your business name, address, and phone number are mentioned on directories, both local and national, on the internet. These 3 things, when combined, allow Google to give you a score around authority, trust, and relevance. Google cares very much about the experience that their customers have, those using their search tools. They care very much about making sure that what is shown to their customers doing a search is authoritative, trustworthy, and relevant to the search being conducted. Okay, so that's why they score your site along these 2 dimensions. Let's go ahead and take a look at content. So here I am looking at your website, and I really like what I see on this homepage. It's very homely, it's very warm and engaging, and this is very important. Your customers, when we get them to land on your website, need to be immediately engaged. You have 3 seconds to capture their attention and to give them a reason to continue to look through the rest of your website. So I do like what I see here. Google, however, does not care about aesthetics. What they care about is content. They care about the quality and the quantity of that content. So let's talk about quantity first, the sheer number of words. They assume that if you're able to write at length about your services, that you are authoritative in that area, and that most likely the answers that their customers seeking doing a Google search, the answers that they're looking for are bound to be found on your site if you have a lot of words. The rule of thumb, and it does of course depend on who we are competing against, but the rule of thumb is at least 1,500 words on the homepage. And here I'm looking at your homepage, and you've got a good amount of content, but we fall short in terms of the number of words. So I'm guessing here about 120 words. So yeah, we need about 1,500 words, really, speaking about your services, your mission, your reason for being, your unique selling proposition, why potential residents and their families should choose you. We need to be answering a lot of their questions from the get-go, because this is a big life decision and a life change that many of them are considering. Okay, so content. So that's at least 1,500 words on the homepage, and at least 500 words for every service page that we should be building, individual service page that we should be building. That's sit back here. So I'm taking a look at your services page. Okay, so you have one services page. Ideally, what we would be looking at here is choosing 3 or 4 of these to build out into their own separate pages with at least 500 words. Okay, Google wants to see that volume, that quantity. Now on to quality. I'm sorry. When I speak about quality, it's really the choice of words that you use when writing out this content. We talk about keywords or keyword phrases. These are words and phrases that match exactly the phrases that your customers are using when potentially searching for your services. Let me give you an example here. So I went in and did a search. Assisted living, Scottsdale, Arizona. This is a very typical search that someone like me who doesn't know your website starts with when doing my research. Now, it's what we call a buyer intent, location-based keyword. It is buyer intent because the words here are more likely to be used when someone is ready to make a decision. Something like this, cost of assisted living in Scottsdale, this is more of a research question. They are still at the top of the funnel. They haven't made any decisions yet. As soon as they start talking about assisted living, that's it. That's a buyer intent keyword. We focus on these keywords. And of course, Scottsdale, Arizona, because that's where you are and that's where your customers are. And these customers are more likely to want a service provider that is local to them, particularly if their family is close by. So let's go ahead and take a look at your site. I'm going to use a tool here that I have access to, which allows me to see what's going on with any website and break down some of these points. So first thing I'm going to point out to you here, 2 things. The way that your site is currently configured, you are attracting on average 2 visitors to your site per month organically. Okay, so that's not a big number. We're talking about organic keywords. So we're going to look at the keywords that are currently indexed by Google from your site. So what we see here is 13 keywords. And these are, okay, the first one's a brand name. So if customers know you by name, they're going to search for you. That's good. Care home, generic. A URL, again, if they understand that URL and remember it, that's okay. But this is what we want to see. Nursing homes in Scottsdale, Arizona. Further down, nursing homes, Scottsdale, Arizona, slight variance. And down at the bottom, nursing homes, Scottsdale, Arizona. Okay, so there are 3 variances of a very similar search phrase. We really want to build this out far greater, find out all of the possible search terms and keywords and phrases that should be used. Make a judgment call based on the search volume for that particular keyword per month. Make a judgment call based on the difficulty it would be to rank for that keyword. And we build your content around a very specific keyword strategy. Okay, so I can see here, for example, nursing home in Scottsdale, Arizona. This is a great one. There are 150 people per month searching for that. But look here, your position on Google, 40th position. That is maybe page 8. Okay, no one's ever going to find, no one ever sees page 8, quite frankly. Okay, so we need to change your keyword strategy here. Let's have a look at one of your competitors. So I went in on this particular search that I did, and I'm pulling this very first listing here, which is caring.com. And I will say this, that I've spoken to many in this industry, and everyone's trying to figure out how to stop being stepped on by these large referral directories such as this. Because as you can see, every single listing on the first page is one of these referral directories. And that is not a very good experience, I don't think, for families or potential residents looking for you. Because what it means is they've done a search. They now need to dig into one of these additional and search through another 168 assisted living facilities. This is not a good experience. I personally would want to see actual businesses represented on this homepage. Okay, but anyway, let's have a look at what caring.com is doing in regards to keywords. The first thing I'm going to point out to you here is this is the kind of traffic that is possible by getting this right. 372 organic visitors to their website per month. Now, even if we capture 1/10 of that, 37 visitors to your site versus 2 that you currently have, you think about how many inquiries you need to turn into actual residents. You don't need that many, I don't think, depending on your conversion rate. So there's opportunity here. We're going to look at their keywords to follow this theme. Okay, they have 110 keywords, and they are very specifically and diligently following the strategy that I've mentioned. Assisted living Scottsdale, 250 people searching for that per month. Assisted living Scottsdale, Arizona, 100 people per month searching for that, and so on and so forth down the track, adding up all this volume, and they're capturing a great deal of it. Okay, this is what we need to do when we write new content for your site. I'm going to move on now. Okay, so that's content. I'm going to move on now to backlinks. As I mentioned to you, backlinks, this is Google's popularity contest. The number of sites that choose to link to your site to drive power and trust to you. Power and trust allows Google to rank you up. These referring domains are those domains that somewhere in their website, they've mentioned your website. You have 17 referring domains, and within those domains, there are 60 separate links back to your business. Let's take a look at, and so this currently is driving a site power of 0.6 out of 100, which is why we're looking at 2 organic visitors per month. Let's contrast that against caring.com for Scottsdale. So they don't have that many more referring domains, but what they've done very well is choosing quality domains that are very powerful, very trusted by Google, and they're pulling a lot of trust and power from those websites. The strategy here for you is to go out and find out who those backlink domains are, reach out to them individually and ask for them to place a link on their site to your site. It's a manual process. Sometimes you pay for these links. Sometimes it's simply a registration process. But the fact remains that despite the fact that it's a lot of work, it's very, very important. The third thing I'm going to talk about then is citations. The number of times your business name, address, and phone number are mentioned anywhere in a directory on the internet. Very simple strategy here. Beat your competition with sheer volume. Again, quality matters. Find the right directories that are relevant to your business. Find out how many directories and citations your top competitor has, and beat that by at least 100 different citations. What this gives you is the best possible chance of winning this map pack. The map pack is a great place to be because it is the first results apart from ads that people see. And people searching on a mobile phone, they have a one button click to be able to call you, which reduces friction greatly in the search process. That's the ultimate goal here. So let me wrap this video up. It's slightly longer than I was hoping for because there was a lot to talk about here. But please keep in mind your content, backlink, and citations strategy. Keep in mind the volume of search that is available if we get this right, and think about what this might do for your 3 locations in terms of getting your capacity up. So without further ado, I really hope that this is useful to you. If you would love to talk further, ask me any questions, or even engage my my time to help execute on any of these strategies, I'm really more than happy to help out. So without further ado, signing off, and thank you for watching my video.